So welcome again in Budapest. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling really good. Thank you for asking. Yes, I'm ready for tonight. Looking forward to it.
So what happened to you this year? Tell us a little bit.
Been doing lots of travelling, as per usual. I've been to Japan and some other interesting places. The festival trail was good this year. Played quite a few good festivals in the UK and around Europe. Apart from that, just being a dad really keeps me busy most of the year. Yeah, and spend lots of time in the studio. So there's a whole plethora of music just bubbling, ready to be released. So that's been my main focus this year.
So it's been a while since you released No Cure. Are you working on something at the moment?
Yes, there's some stuff in the pipeline that's happening. I can't really tell you because it's a surprise. But there's something that's happening that's potentially very exciting. So 2017, I guess, is probably when you're going to start hearing about it. So fingers crossed it's going to happen. But yeah, it's something that could be pretty big for the next couple of years, hopefully.
Can't wait.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited about it. I haven't been this excited for a while, so it should be good.
Yeah, hopefully.
I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Yeah,
so.
okay. No, I don't want that.
Nah,
don't want
not
that.
tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe next week, but not tonight.
What's going on with the Piranha Pool at the moment?
There's like a 4-track EP that I've been waiting to release for a while, but with the whole release schedule and everything, and with this new thing that's just about to happen with me, I kind of don't want it to conflict with that, so temporarily it's all on hold until I find a home for this kind of new thing that's going to be happening. That's just for my music personally, but there will be some stuff forthcoming from some new people. There's some stuff that's going to be happening, some new talent that's going to be coming through on there. So it's going to be used as a platform for kind of young up and coming artists. That's the general idea from now on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my EP. I'm kind of thinking I might just give it away. I might just do like a free download for it. So I'm kind of toying with that idea now. But like I say, I don't want it to clash with this new project that's going to happen. So I've been a bit lazy. I should have really put it out a few months ago, if I'm totally honest. I've been busy having fun.
Apart from Optical, with who are the favorite DJ who like to play B2B?
Back to back?
Yeah.
Let me think. My most fun back-to-backs have been with the back-to-back with Audio at Fabric was just absolutely epic. It was incredible. I've had good times. I also did a back-to-back with Mefuse in Fabric that was equally as good. Upbeat, that was fun in America with those guys. I did a tour of the States with those guys. So yeah, those three, a lot of fun to deal with because we play kind of similar styles, so it really works. Whereas if you play with some DJ who plays a different style, sometimes it can be the contrast is a bit too much and the set can kind of lose its flow, it becomes a bit disjointed. But with those three artists, because we're kind of in the similar ballpark for sound, it just kind of works and the set just rolls. So yeah, those three.
You've been playing and producing since 1992. What are the good and the bad things that are changed during this time in the DnB scene?
Good and the bad things. Wow. There's quite a few. The main change really has been obviously technology. As technology changes, the trends change with it. So back in '92, I was using a lot of hardware stuff and outboard gear. Now I do everything 100% in the box on a computer. So I've had to kind of relearn everything, and you can pick up a lot of bad habits with analog gear because it was quite forgiving. it would make things sound nice. Even if you just pushed it a bit hard, it would be forgiving and kind of round things off and make them sound good. Whereas now computers are so precise, if you push them too hard, they just end up sounding really horrible and brittle. So there's quite a few skill sets I've had to relearn as far as production goes. So that's been interesting because I like to learn, I like to fill my brain with stuff. So I've found that it was frustrating initially, but now I kind of feel like I've got the hang of it a bit better. So it's been rewarding. As far as DJing goes, same thing. I used to have to carry around a big box of vinyls with me and dub plates. We used to cut dub plates that were made from steel. So they were really heavy. I mean, imagine carrying like 200 of those around. It was ridiculous. So you'd have to go to the gym just to be able to carry your box around. Now, USB stick and a pair of headphones, which is great. I mean, the romantics might argue that it's the nostalgia of having a piece of vinyl and the warmth of vinyl is kind of beautiful, and I would agree with that. But practically, it's not it doesn't make as much sense. It's a lot easier to just roll around digital with MP3s on a USB stick. So those have been the main changes. Also, I think now it's probably slightly easier to DJ than it was before. I think before, when you were DJing on vinyls, you really had to know how to beat match, and your pitch control on the Technics turntables had to be good, otherwise you were just blown out of the water and you wouldn't get booked. Now you can load your MP3 into record box, set the grid, bosh, and you're off. So I think probably DJing has become slightly easier, but that's good in a way because it means now you can, instead of concentrating on just beat matching, you can more concentrate on the journey of your set and where you want to take it, and that's what makes people different nowadays, as opposed to just being able to hold a mix for 3 minutes, whereas back in the vinyl days, that was a mission. Because you have to, like a jockey, you literally got to ride it. Whereas now it's all locked in digital, so it's a bit easier. It's just changed a bit.
Can you think any bad things that changed?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I think there's things, I don't think music lasts as long now as it used to. That's a bad thing. Like when you bought a piece of vinyl before, it would be relevant and it would be in my box for maybe 6 months. I'd play a good tune for, sometimes a year. Now with the digital format, you play a tune for a month or 6 weeks, new tunes, next one. So I think the shelf life of music nowadays is a lot shorter than it used to be, and I don't think that's necessarily a positive thing. And I think as a result of that, people make music differently. The way that it's structured, the formula for it is different now. Whereas back in the day, we'd roll an intro maybe for 3 minutes before the bass dropped, and it was all about progression and building to the drop. Now it's like pot noodle, everyone wants everything instantly. And so I think the way that we think and the way that social media has shaped us as a species, it's changed not only the technology around us, but the music and the way we make music. I think it's had quite an effect on it.
Apart from being a great musician, you're a father as well. Are there situations when these two things collide with each other?
Yes, there was. I think in the past, when I used to live in a tiny flat in London, that was a challenge because I was trying to make music in my flat, as well as it was, you know, the home for my kids, and they'd be arguing about watching television and I'd be turning their TV off saying, no, I'm making music, and you know, it was kind of like, that probably wasn't too healthy, so that was a bit of a struggle. But it taught me that you have to just be able to manage your time a bit better. Like if you allocate certain times of the day, like this is where I'm working and this is for the kids and stuff, and if you kind of stick to that, then it makes your life a bit easier. Whereas before, I used to be like just an artist, man, and just want to create whenever I felt like it, whereas that's not so relevant anymore.
You have 2 daughters, right?
2 girls, yeah.
2 girls, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they like drum and bass?
They do. My eldest likes it. The younger one is a bit more of a top 40 kind of thing, because she's kind of more into like, you know, top 40 stuff. But my eldest, she likes house music and she likes hip hop. She likes urban kind of stuff. She does like drum and bass, yeah. She's actually asked me if I can start teaching her how to make music, so that's quite a good thing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, try and teach her just like the basics to get her. She wants to be a DJ, but I kind of said, that's cool, I'll teach you how to mix, but I want you to learn how to make music as well. And she was like, yeah, great. So So yeah, that's a good thing. Trying to get a little 10-year-old into making beats is kind of fun.
Yeah, just be sure.
Yeah.
You have performed in Budapest many times. How do you like the parties before?
This venue is one of my probably top 3 in Europe. I just love the vibe here, it's incredible. And the energy is amazing, people are always up for a good party. I think it's hard in some parts of Europe because there's such fierce competition between, I think places like Czech Republic it's easier because, you know, it's such a dedicated drum and bass crowd there, whereas other cities in the other countries in Europe and other major cities in the world, I think there's such a different spectrum of music. There's only so many young people in the city, and the promoters are, you know, they can't all go to one party, so there's only a certain amount of the pie for everyone. But I think, you know, this place is a testament to the scene here and the hard work that you know, the Gabor boys have put in. I just think it's unbelievable. They've really built a small empire here and they should be proud. It's amazing. It's one of my hot spots for Europe. I love it.
Any final wisdom, words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. You should have bet on Donald Trump being president. Who would have thought it, hey? I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it? It's a little bit shocking.
It is, yeah.
I couldn't believe it. If I was a betting man, I'd have put my house on Hillary. I'm just pleased I didn't, because I got my arse spanked. Unbelievable.
So would you vote for Hillary?
I don't like either of them. And I think, you know, out of the size that America is, I think they could have found better candidates. I think Mickey Mouse would have been a better candidate, to be honest. I just feel sorry for my sister because she's got to live there, you know, under this Trump regime. But who knows?
So she needs to move.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. I was like, come back to Europe, man. Like, we are leaving Europe, but it's still better than being under Trump, I think. You know?
Yeah, I bet.
I think everything like I'm of age now. I'm no spring chicken, as we say in English anymore. And I think one of the biggest lessons that I probably learned is just things in moderation. That I'm quite obsessive compulsive and I have quite an addictive personality. And when I get into something, I really get into it and I dedicate 100% of my time into that. So music production, playing poker, eating food, all those kind of things. Like, I really go for the gusto. And sometimes I think, you know, I could manage my time slightly better when it comes to those kind of things. So I think things in moderation throughout life is always good.